The Kickback, take 1.
Can you Photoshop me to be taller than Kingsley?
Yeah, no, yeah, of course.
Yeah, what it do, man? Kickback, season 2. We're back, baby. I'm sorry. I've been gone for so long. But scheduling though, like real life shit happened, and like, I don't know, what can you say about that, man? But today's a very special day. I would want to like, I don't understand, bro. Like if I had a brother, this guy would be it. The swag master. The freaking mind of a goat, bro. Like my brother.
Man.
Make some freaking noise for the one and only Jay Nasty in the building.
Hey, man.
Bro.
I'm so honored to be here. This is really crazy right now.
Bro.
This is really crazy.
This is nuts.
This is wild.
This is crazy.
It's wild.
But like, how you feeling today, bro? What's the vibes? Got the swag on. What's?
Oh man, honestly, I feel really good.
Okay.
This is just crazy how everything came together.
No.
Okay, we're in 2025 now. You hit me up in maybe like 2020 or 2021.
Mm-hmm.
You like had just started at Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
You were telling me that you wanted to do something like this.
Yeah.
You're just like, I just want to like start interviewing people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know a lot of cool artists. And that was like almost 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about planning stuff with
Damn.
his sister. You're like, oh, you know, the school, they're offering to let me use some gear and da-da-da. And then, you know, that went how that went. And yeah, so just watching everything come together,
Bro.
I'm not only really proud of you, but I'm super honored to even be here.
Bro.
Yeah, fucking season 2. So
Season 2. Season 2. No, man, you really saw like the grind, the growth,
Yeah.
trial and error, trial and like error, bro. So like for you to be here right now, getting interviewed, I'm like, nah, I appreciate you.
Hey man, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. This is crazy.
No, this is stupid.
This is crazy.
This is kind of stupid. But no, let's bring it all the way back. The
let's
origin
go
story
back.
of me and Jay. I may mess this up, so if I mess it up, let me know.
No, it's all good.
But I want to say 2016 or so. So we both have like a mutual homie named Matthew, right? And I feel like Matthew used to hang out with Jay, and I used to hang out with Matthew, and we had like a group. Shout out Matthew, by the way. Shout out Matthew. Matthew, Timmy, Gerald, Dunn, like that was all our groups.
Miss Gannum.
Miss Gannum's
our
class, bro.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
So I think we both knew Matthew, and I was like a Hooper kid at Norbonne. And I think our first interaction was, you wanted to buy honey buns from Timmy?
Yeah. Yeah. So before you and I ever really like had actually like talked about anything for real, I was buying honey buns off Timmy on the basketball court, which is crazy that I was even there because I never played basketball. I would just like hang out, talk shit, and I just knew you were Timmy's homie.
Yes.
So when I couldn't find Timmy, I would see you because you would always be in the same place and Timmy would be moving around.
Type.
So I would see you and then just be like, where's Timmy? And then he was like a tour guide. Like sometimes he would just be like, oh, just follow me. And we would just walk through the basketball court and it was like some movie shit. Like we wouldn't even really talk. I'll just follow him and then he'll just lead me to Timmy and then I'd buy a honey bun type shit.
It just disappeared?
That was, that was like 2016, maybe 2015 even for the honey buns. Yeah.
I feel like that was a thing at first. Then we used to hang out with this classroom called Miss Gannum's class. We just chill, chop it up, talk shit, be loud as hell. Looking back now, I'm like, damn, Miss Gannum used to like just take her breaks and be in the class, and we just be like, bah, bah, bah,
I would have never did that,
bro.
man.
Fuck no. Being a TA now, I'm like, no.
I probably wouldn't even eat on campus, honestly. Like, I'd go eat in the car and cry.
God.
Hit the Benjamin real quick or something, go back in.
Okay. But nah, I feel like that just kind of progressed. We kind of got cool. We talked. I remember this one specific time. It was after school. We were just both, we're both going through life things, bro. And I don't know what happened. How we just started hanging out after school. But we just talked for like hours.
So by then, because we got a 2-year age difference. So
Yeah, oh God.
you were a senior and I was in 10th grade. So our friend Allie, shout out to Allie.
Shout out Ali.
Her mom worked at the school and she worked at the college center.
Yeah.
And so like I would just hang out there. I didn't have no reason to be there, but like I would just hang out after school. And then I got cool with Allie. And then you knew Allie too.
Yeah.
I met Princess a couple times too.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was cool. And then one day everybody had left except us.
Yeah.
And so we had like joked around a couple times, but we never really like
chopped
sat
it
and
up.
talked.
No.
And so we were both in similar situations where we you know, I liked a girl and you had liked a girl, and we both didn't really know how to, I guess, like approach that or whatever. And so, yeah, we just kind of chopped it up that for like a minute.
Like a cool minute.
Like,
bro,
we was probably at the school till like 6. But school is out at like 3. So we was just chilling for like 3 hours at school.
Talking.
And I used to fucking hate school. So it was like, yeah, we was really just talking.
I'm like, damn, he gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it.
And so we made an agreement at the end on some funny shit. Like, man, this is a good conversation. Like after this, like we just gonna do it. Like whatever you gonna say to her, just say it to her, and then we gonna report back tomorrow.
Hell no.
And so
hell no.
One, I don't know if you actually did it the same night. I was like, no, I'm gonna go home and really, I'm inspired. I'm gonna go home and do this shit right now. So I went home, and then I told her, and then we dated for the next 8 months after that. So
hey, man.
that was like cool, because that was the start of like us being real cool. And then yeah, we just started just hanging out a bunch after that.
Then like,
yeah,
I remember those walks like after school.
Yeah.
Like, come to the crib. We really just buy refried beans, tortilla, cheese, and like
that's it.
call it a day.
That's
this
it.
is life. Like this is it. Like nothing.
That was crazy. Yeah, just walk home from school, eat refried. Sometimes no quesadilla, just refried beans, bro, with a spoon. Just like, damn.
Real like.
Those are some time.
So let's talk about that brand, bro. Let's talk about the freaking brand. Crisis Corpse. For some of y'all who may not know, this man has like his own fashion brand, cool ass clothing. You got the Crisis on me. You got the Crisis on me. But yeah, like sweaters, pants, clothes, like crazy hand stitched Sachiko. Like
yeah. You know,
man.
little Sachiko stitch
crazy
man.
But no, he started like in 2019. But like the thing that interests me the most is like at the time was like the name Crisis Corpse. I'm like, dang, I never really heard a name like this. And like thinking back, I'm like, damn, this name is like bold, it's raw, it's real. And I feel like, yeah, so much people kind of like struggle to acknowledge that they're in like a crisis. So like what made that, like, how come you came up with that name? And like, how come you embraced that as like,
damn, honestly, you made it sound a lot better than probably what the story really is. So I was still in high school, 2019, that was like my senior year. So I was signing up to colleges and stuff like that, but I knew I didn't really want to do that like that. So I had already been kind of making clothes, like just for myself in high school and messing around. I'd done a couple like little commission things, but I knew I wanted to do something with that. And so even before I made the brand, I had like a school tour at FITM.
Oh, damn.
And so I got a campus tour, and that was really funny because like I would have thought it was something where they was gonna bring my mom, and it's real, like I was really still a kid. But no, they just told me to pull up. So like me and my homie Axel, shout out to Axel. That's my man, that's my dog. We used to just get on the bus. So like we got on the it's probably like the Torrance 9 bus, but it goes all the way to downtown. And so, yeah, we took the bus down to FITM, got a campus tour. I just pulled up like on some kid shit, and I was like, oh, this is my homie. She was like, all right, like maybe he wants to come to the school too. So she showed me everything, but once she told me how much it cost to get in, and then they like the only grant they was offering was like $500, but it was like, that was like a drop in the bucket compared to what it cost to go to the school. So I was just kind of like, damn, I want to do something. And I used to think a lot about just, I guess, what direction I want to go with it, if I want to try to work for a company first and then do my own thing. And so, to make a long story short, I was just looking at cool names, and was big on like Japanese fashion. And so, kind of corny, but I was just like what's just like cool like 2-word names, or like no more than like 3 words. So it was like, okay, of course you got like Bape, and the full name's like a bathing ape. And then I was into I got the wallet right now, but this is a big inspo, like Hysteric Glamour, and I just thought that was like a cool name. But I was like, they already got that one, right? So I was trying to think of what to do, and so first it was Inner Crisis, and I was trying to think, because like all the brands I like, you know, they can abbreviate Bape, like HC, stuff like that. And so I was like IC, and I kind of overthought it, where I was like, Pharrell had ice cream, and they did a bunch of like IC stuff. Excuse me.
Even like Illegal Civ.
Yeah, and exactly, Illegal Civ. And to be honest, Illegal Civ was like ice cream was already, like, people wasn't really on that by then. So Illegal Civ was popping. This is like a little before mid-90s came out too. So like that's that whole, you know, that whole time. So I was like, I don't want it to overlap. I want something that sticks out. And so I made a couple garbage ass designs, like super trash, but I made them on my phone. Shout out to the phone. I made them.
Apple, please.
Yeah, no, please sponsor this. I made that on a maybe the iPhone 5.
God.
God. Really, and I was still like behind back then. That was like 2019.
Like,
so
no good.
Yeah, I think I made it on there, and then I might have had the iPhone 8 by then, but I was looking at it and I was like, okay, Inner Crisis is cool. Let me do something a little different. So I sat on that for a minute, and kind of closer to the end of my senior year, as I was graduating, I was just thinking, and I don't know. I guess I was looking at, like, I don't know why, like the Marines, just looking at different names that like really stick out to people, that I don't know, just sticks in people's heads. And so the Marine Corps, and so I was like, Corps, and you say it like Corps, but then it's, you know, spelled with the PS at the end. And so I was like, that's kind of cool. And then just kind of put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh, Crisis Corps. And then I'm like, they really have the Peace Corps, and they go around and do like humanitarian work. And I think there was a Crisis Corps that existed who did similar type of work in like the 80s or 90s, something like that. But I think they all got fused into the Peace Corps type shit. So I was like, oh, I kind of have free, like, no Crisis Corps website existed or anything like that. So when I checked everything, I was like, oh shit, I kind of cashed in. So yeah, I settled, or I chose the name from there, and then we kind of went into Stankfest. The second, when you did the second Stankfest, that really solidified everything.
Damn. Yeah. That was a moment. That was like a deep core memory of like trial and error. Going to these shops and like checking out things, the samples and stuff like that.
Long Beach.
Man.
So much printing in Long Beach.
Man. But what was that like era of like Crisis? Like, what was that time like for you? Like standout moments? Because I don't remember like those WhatsApp calls you would be taking, bro, of like, these samples aren't right. Like, who you talking to? Like, oh yeah, some guy from like Afghanistan. I'm like, what the fuck?
Man.
He was like 19, keep in mind. So I'm just like, bro, so what was that time of like making Crisis? Like, and like CFM too.
Honestly, well, first I want to pay homage to a few people. So like you, before I ever, got anything screen printed or did anything like that, for people who don't know, Kingsley made some t-shirts in high school.
Hey man.
Shout out to Roman Atwood too. The fucking Smile More. But you put me on.
No,
you put me on. I didn't know where to kind of start with that stuff. I'd known a couple people to do screen printing, but you're the first person who's like close to me who really went and got stuff done. And so that was kind of the first step, going into screen printing. And like, I had the designs on my phone. So really trial and error, figuring out like file size and getting, you know, blowing up your prints and stuff like that. And then it's like such a gap because so you did Stankfest in 2020.
The second one?
Yeah, second one. Yeah, 2020. So we had a conversation at the end of 2019 about where I should kind of go with the brand stuff. And you had the event coming up, and then I was like, man, that honestly might be the perfect opportunity to just kind of roll everything out. And so, yeah, he took me to the screen printers, and he just kind of started there. And then COVID happened. I was like broke all 2020, waiting on EDD. I don't know why they thought I was trying to scam. So like I had to go to like court over the phone and like all this crazy stuff. So a good portion of 2020, I didn't, I really hadn't dropped anything. It was just like everything left over from the first drop. And I made a couple one-of-one stuff. And then later that year, more screen printing, did the drop for these. And I feel like that was like a big move for me, moving into like different print types and just kind of expanding. Just a lot of trial and error, but at the same time too, not realizing like how much stuff I was doing.
Bro.
If that makes sense, like hopping on calls. Shout out to Pakistan. Shout out to Guangdong, China. My boy Mark Zane. Like all these people, man. They really help put everything together. Shout out to everybody at Alibaba. You feel me? That was like the essence of that time.
Bro,
like just being on calls. And then from there, everything had really been online. So then we moved into like the flea market.
Yes, the space.
And when I actually got to host my own event in person, that was like a big game changer. And like, just again, paying homage to like you. Shout out to my homie John Doe. Made the belt too. He put me on the Alibaba and just like getting random stuff made, you know, keychains and different things like that. And so it was really just a lot of learning graphic design, different things. So
like it takes time, bro. It's like, bro, trial and error. Cause like, was like YouTube like your best friend at that time, or like? For sure. YouTube and just like, you know, extreme frustration. Like just like, you know, my computer didn't have enough RAM, and then I had like a jailbroken. Like my brother gave me an old version of Photoshop and FL Studio off a flash drive. I do remember that.
So like, I just was trying to cook off that. So I'll be trying to watch tutorials, but all the tutorials are for legit niggas who have like the modern Photoshop. So all my tutorials, I gotta search up like Photoshop 2012. So all the videos are like hella old. I do remember that. So it was a lot of trial and error, and then a lot of stuff does overlap. So just learning and being on my phone, that helped me a lot with just some of the basics. But it is a different format when you get on the desktop. You have a lot more options, so there is that learning curve. But YouTube, calling the homies. Damn. Yeah, man.
Damn. Now, at least for me, like being just watching from the like behind the scenes, bro. Just like the things you were doing, like the nonstop calls, and just like running back and forth. You weren't even driving for real at that time, so I'm like, how are you doing all these things? And you're just like, you know, you're young as shit too. So I'm just like, bro, this man is like doing hella things. I was trying to help out anytime I can, but like this man will get shit done. So it's like, damn, bro. I'm like, even throwing like the freaking flea market. Like you're one of the few people that like really throw a flea market in the city they're from. So I feel like that was like really big and like really just impactful to the city, bro. To just see like you doing shit, bro, at your age. So I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah, man. Thank you. No, I really appreciate that.
Crazy times.
I never really, it's funny, like, I don't want to say I never gave it too much thought, but I never thought about doing the thing, like the concept of like, why am I doing this? It was more of like, I want to do this, and that just like makes sense. So like everybody was going to college and stuff, and don't get me wrong, it definitely crossed my mind. But where that came natural to a lot of people, like maybe they don't know, someone might not know what their major is, but like it just makes sense to them that they're in college at least, even if they're figuring it out. That was just the art shit to me. Like I don't know if the clothes are gonna go somewhere, but before I ever made clothes, people are like, oh, I like the way you dress, or like, I like this thing you made for yourself. And even more than anyone else, I would just have my own kind of positive feedback. And yeah, in terms of moving around, bro, I mean, shout out to the Gardena line. Shout out to LA Metro. Uber, man, Uber used to be cheap.
Uber back then, what?
Uber used to be cheap, man.
Whoa, y'all kids don't know about Uber being cheap back then, bro.
People, and that's the thing too, it's different eras, because people talk about like getting cheap Ubers, like, no, I was really like getting cheap Ubers, bro. Like, I caught an Uber for 85 cents one time. That's the cheapest Uber I ever caught. Like, from Harbor City to Torrance, so it wasn't like crazy far.
85 cents is...
But 85 cents, no, that would definitely like, that's a dub right now for sure.
Like 15. 85
cents. Another crazy one was from Torrance to the no, let me not gas it. From Western and Imperial at Southwest College to the LA Zoo for a dub.
The LA Zoo
for a dub. And then shout out Axel. Me and Axel split that bitch. 10? You shitting me? What? That was when man, niggas has been around. That was when the teachers at LAUSD went on strike. So then the zoo was free.
How was that even?
What?
How's that even going?
So we went to the zoo. We went to the zoo for free. And then we get to the zoo and the homies are there. So now we in there, we looking at the chimps, smacking the pen. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. Can you imagine how the chimp must have felt too? Where he was like, this is me evolved and this nigga's just getting high in front of me. Like, imagine watching your future self while you in a cage. And he just getting high in front of you. I would get out and rip me up too, man. Fuck. But nah.
Rest in peace around there. No cap. I guess for like, so I know like fashion is always gonna be like with you and like that's your thing. But like, where do you see Crisis moving forward from like now? And like, do you have any like future plans of like doing more drops for Crisis?
Man, good question. Definitely. It is on the back burner right now.
Nah, real.
But it's because I want to really do it right.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've really stepped up with a lot of the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
Whether it's like photography or the graphic design. And so I've also just, I guess, lived more life and seen more shit since I started the brand. And so I definitely found like a certain sense of style that I kind of lean towards a lot and want to make stuff like that. But I've also like, I've just seen crazy quality things and been like, oh, that's what I want to do.
The next thing
like,
right now.
You know, you know me in real life, so you know I'd be like nerding out about shit. But like, when you like pick up like a pair of like 21 ounce denim, you be like, damn, bro, like, what the fuck is stretch denim? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, all respect to stretch denim. Like,
yeah, of course.
It has its purpose for sure. But, you know, like, you feel high quality stuff and it's, you're like, damn.
Yeah, like this is...
kind of changes your perspective.
Exactly, like this is what I want to be on.
Yeah, and so it's not that I want to like cash out and make everything super expensive or anything like that, but I do want to make things, I made things that are good quality, but I just want to step up the quality even more. And I think where I'm at right now, that may take more time.
It's real.
So it's not something that's over, but when the next drop does happen, it's very much gonna be like an exponential jump.
Exactly.
Kind of like, I feel like what I did with the photography. So.
Nah, I'm excited for the new shit though coming up.
Thank you, man.
But talk about photography though. This man been on like a crazy historic run, bro. Like, I feel like some of y'all may not know, like he was taking all the pictures for Crisis, all his shoots. Like this man was like behind the lens. Like it just seen his like progress and growth with photography been crazy. But like, I just feel like this year, bro, it's been like it's just a different energy. And just like being your friend, I'm like, we always talk about this shit and we seen each other grow. I'm like, oh damn, like we're both growing, but like something about this year is just different. Like different, bro. Like
man, no, thank you.
It's just been dope to see, man. Just dope to witness. It's just like a viewer and like as a homie. So like, when did your love for photography even start?
Damn. Okay, so when I was a little kid, I would mess around. Like different family members have like little disposable cameras or just old digital cameras. I would just mess around and take pictures, and they was probably lying to me, like, you know, when a kid draw like a doo-doo, like little stick figure, and he'd be like, you're the next Picasso. They'd just be like, oh, like, you take cool pictures. So it always kind of stuck with me. And then when I kind of got to middle school, if anybody remembers like that Visco era, like aesthetic pictures, you know, like Tumblr shit, and like really just like turning up the fade on your pictures, making them look all faded and shit. But I kind of got into that, and that was cool. So I guess that kind of helped me get my eye for like landscape stuff and taking pictures of the city. But that was really still just messing around. And then a big part of taking pictures of people was getting into clothes in middle school, high school, and just taking fit pics. Like, man, you know, I used to ask you and all the other homies, like, we should make that a plot. Like, bro, like, let's just go here and take fit pics. Like,
flick up. I'm like,
hey, shout out to Kingsley. Let's be dragging him to take pictures. But yeah, we would do that a lot, you know, take fit pics and just that kind of, like everything is tied together, like getting fly, taking pictures, knowing what I even like angle wise and stuff like that. And so, you know, everything with Crisis was all like just me, you know? So I got help through advice and, you know, friends modeling and stuff like that. But photography and the graphic design, that was me. So I think I spent the last few years like really just getting better with like composition. So what angles I like, and I'll just leave it at that. Like what angles I like. Like how is the picture just, how do I make this look cool to me?
Exactly.
And so, you know, I was fine with just putting the camera on auto and doing it like that. And I think over the last year, once I really fully went back to film, I kind of bounced back and forth. Once I really made the dive back into film and was like, okay, I'm gonna learn the settings manually. You know, what is aperture, what's the shutter speed, little exposure triangle and shit. And from there, it was like, I already had the vision. I had the vision. I had messed around just making little videos and stuff like that. But from there, I was like, well, I know what I want to shoot. I just need the skills to do it and to like know what I'm talking about or know what I want. And then really over the last 6 months was just like, man, bro, like, and it's funny to see the gap because like, I don't know, maybe I'll show some pictures of my current stuff, but like I brought something funny. So get the oil off my hands first.
Surprise.
A little show and tell.
I don't know what this is actually.
So I was looking through my negatives. These are from the first roll of film I ever developed or got developed in 2019. And so the leap from this to now is pretty funny, but yeah, bro, it's me and my broski.
It is. Oh damn! Damn.
Yeah,
that was a minute ago.
You,
hold on, y'all.
I'm like, I don't know how we'll show it to them, but
no, I'm gonna definitely show on the screen. Bro. I
so
remember
like those
this.
are like the first. That's like first things I ever did on film.
This is like Stankfest. Getting ready for Stankfest. This was like you kind of just made your shit, huh? Like you just like got it done and was like taking flicks for it.
Yeah.
Like, promo.
So that's crazy enough, that's the first roll of film I ever did. I went to CVS and I just stole some disposable cameras.
Hey, man.
And
damn.
yeah, first drop too. So this is before the second Stank Fest.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
this is crazy, bro. This is throwback central, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember that time. I remember that time.
This was a time. So yeah, you know, the leap from then to now, I had a friend tell me something that really it's like stuck in my head. He said, I feel like you shoot your photos through the lens of a cinematographer, through the vision of a cinematographer. And
yes.
like that is true. You know, now with the stuff I've been doing in the last 6 months and even before that, the goal is to make it look like a movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if not a movie, then like a editorial.
Yeah.
Vintage something, old magazine stuff, things like that. I just love old shit.
Yeah.
It's like old shit, you know?
How did that where did that taste even come from? Like that old movie vibe? Because I feel like when looking at your pictures, it does feel like movie stills. Like, oh shit, this is not from a movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, where did that sense of like cinematic and like cinema come from?
Shout out to my family. You know, my brother, like, he used to just show me crazy movies like The Goonies,
Damn.
Sandlot.
Damn.
So that's
shit of that
like,
movie.
yeah, like
You people were so scared of Sandlot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the dog. Scary.
Bro, that made me want some PF Flyers so bad.
Bro.
Like, so bad.
Bro, shout out to the Flyers. Damn.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you know, my brother and my mom, we just watched a lot of movies, and my grandparents too. They had a lot of movies on DVD.
Yeah. Damn.
So DVD, VHS, and I used to just watching shit I probably shouldn't have been watching.
Yeah, real.
Off tops, like Total Recall, The Punisher.
God.
Hella not for kids, like
Bro,
super
no.
not for kids.
Some people don't even know what DVDs are.
Yeah, like, man, what digital era. So, but yeah, no, that and a couple other people in my life just showing me movies, and then from there, you know, I kind of just expanded into my own interests, and I went through different phases of like, you know, I want to watch 70s grindhouse stuff, or I want to watch like, I got into like 90s Japanese cinema and like the Hong Kong stuff, like Wong Kar-wai, stuff like that. So, and of course Quentin Tarantino, like Pulp Fiction, shit like that. So, yeah, I don't know. Film has always, like, before I knew what film was, and I just would look at movies. I love digital too, like all respect to all forms of movie making, but film has always had like a special, special thing. Like, just give me a certain feeling. Yeah. I like film a lot. So
it's like very telling in your work, bro. I'm just like,
thanks, man.
This man loves movies, bro.
I do love movies, bro.
Man put me on the movies.
I do love movies.
Just like old shit from like 1980s. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know this. Like, it's crazy, bro.
No, I love movies, and yeah, my grandparents. I always just like hung out with old people. I always I would hang out with my age group too, but like I just always would talk to people. Yeah. And so people would just talk to me. Yeah. And I guess when people like, I don't know, old people, it's weird. Like, they just be looking for somebody to talk to.
Oh God, on some shit like, damn, let me like spill my knowledge.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like they do just want to talk to people.
Yeah. Like, so it's like we were like both. How do I word it?
Are these people who's interested?
Yeah, exactly. Like if they want to talk to you, type shit. But like I don't know. It was like I don't know how to word it. But we just have open conversations. I don't know. I just be talking to old people about life. I'll just ask them life questions or like what they, you know, like what did you used to do in your time, or like what did you go see? And so yeah, I just picked up a lot from that. Like and I feel like it definitely rubbed off on my personality, where I feel like I'm like, anybody who knows me in real life, like I'm kind of an old ass nigga. Like I don't like the club. No. I don't like too much going on, shit being too crowded.
No, my God, Jay be like, there are definitely people, 15 minutes later, where's Jay? This man's like outside
good
smoking
Irish
in the dark. Like, hey, like what the fuck?
You know, so yeah, I don't know, that all of that really rubbed off on me, and so kind of ended up here.
Damn.
Come on. Right. Right. Yeah.
The last one with like photo questions is like representation in photography, bro. I feel like it's major. So, how do you think like being black influences the way you capture people, places, and like emotions? Did that like play a part into it?
Oh man.
I'm like, damn, I don't know if we ever touched on this topic.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. How does being black?
I don't know.
You know, right now, I haven't really thought about it too much.
No, that's real.
Other than from an artistic standpoint, I haven't thought about it. I guess maybe in some of the themes I've done, and things I want to represent that I have planned to do. Those things I'm very. I'm already like a perfectionist, so I would really like to do those things right.
Yeah.
And do it justice. I don't like when things feel
Like rushed or like
performative.
Yeah.
Performative.
Yeah.
I don't like being performative.
Yeah.
So if something feels like I'm just doing it to cash in on
It's just like
something going on or something, you know. But I am also black, so
nah, man.
there is that too.
I just feel like I don't know.
You know,
have like a unique edge and like different eye compared to like other people. I'm just like, I don't know. Just feel like your stories tell like your pictures tell stories that like some may not others see.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that, and I think that it's almost the era I'm in right now is just really expressing that.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought
too much about that.
The foundation, the like, structure of what I'm doing.
Like this is just me. Like even like you just said, like your family background, your family watch movies, the people you guys will watch, the conversation you have with your family. You're just like you're not thinking about it, but like it's just you as a person, just like, oh yeah, this is my eye.
Exactly.
For me.
Yeah.
I'm just telling like let you guys know my story from the lens. And just like
in my life, like with the art stuff, those sort of things, I get that information like piece by piece.
Yeah.
And then usually once I take a step back from that lane or art form, then I get like answers like that, if that makes sense. So like for fashion, I would think about stuff and what I wanted to do with the clothing brand and the whys and stuff like that. I would think about it, but it really hit me more when I took a step back and started doing more photography or just acting or doing other things. It gave me a little more space to take a step back and look at the thing as a whole and why I got into it and what I actually enjoy about it. And, you know, my role in that as, you know, not just Jalen, but like as a black man or as a character on, as Jay.died or whatever the fuck, right? Like, what is my role in all of this? It's a lot easier to understand it when you can take a step back.
And like, damn.
So photography, I'll probably, when I
like do
take a break and I can look back and be like, oh,
shit.
But I definitely get those moments. Definitely have, you know, I do think about stuff. And I guess what I have thought about on the topic of blackness is more physically. You know, me and my brother said something funny where if you've been pulled over or stopped while filming or something like that, like most situations have went well for us with the camera in hand. You know, like I don't know what it is, but you know, don't let me have the glasses on too. I'm just like, ooh, this is disarmed. They're like, oh, you're one of the friendly ones type shit. And so, you know, I hate to play into that. But you know, I'd rather make it home at night sort of thing. So, you know, again, I'm not gonna be performative or like, yes, Mr. Officer. But you know, hey, I'm just here filming. And, you know, I'm a college student or I work for the city and blah, blah, blah. If it's an issue that I'm here, I'll leave. Most of the time, you're good. I shot some pictures of Tylen and Emma at the, we weren't trespassing for real. The Cadillac dealership has an open garage area with no gate or anything that you can freely walk into. And it's closed off from getting into the dealership. So we were just shooting in that little concave garage area, and the alarm kept going off. But it was like one of those like, please leave the premises or police will be notified type shit. And so the police, anytime I've been somewhere and that happens, like the police never come.
Yeah.
But they really came this time.
You're like,
And- so like we had everything set up and they pulled up and there was like two cars and 4 officers and they got out and I was like, hey, sorry for the disturbance. Like we're literally just taking pictures.
Yeah.
And honestly, thank God they were really chill about it. They were super chill and they're like, honestly, I wish they hadn't called us. Cause like I wish they told us what you were doing. They just said that there was like intruders and they made it seem like serious.
Oh damn.
And so they're like, they do want you to leave. And I was like, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Can I please take one picture though? Like I've literally just been setting up the camera the whole time I've been here. Can I just take one picture? And bro is like, hey, honestly, I'm about to leave. It's like, whatever you do after I leave, just do it fast.
Damn.
So I was like, oh man, like, appreciate it.
Yeah, like.
And so they just dipped. They didn't like, wasn't no weird, nothing. Yeah, they dipped. So that was like, luckily a cool interaction.
Okay.
And the camera, in terms of being black, I've actually felt like, like a pair of glasses and a camera would honestly
Like a shield, just like.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually does help. I would say like, maybe even fucking, if you can keep one in your car or something, it might help you out at some time, honestly.
That's crazy.
Getting, I don't know for sure, but maybe getting pulled over at night or something, just say do photography.
Yeah.
Especially like, because sometimes, I don't know, even with it being on film, especially like older people, they almost get a kick out of it.
You're like.
So like, once I show them like, oh, I'm not like on the weirdo shit, like I'm not recording, because that's always like usually people's first thing. It's like, oh, we don't want you need a permit. And I'm like, oh no, this is like, literally like, it's for my scrapbook.
For my scrapbook.
So, yeah, but I guess that's the main perspective I've thought of in terms of
like being like in this whole.
Being black.
In this round.
Yeah.
That's real.
Like, and then, I guess just the stories, that I could tell, but.
Damn.
Yeah.
But sheesh, even like you taking pictures, I feel like you mainly try to include like the South Bay. Like in mostly everything you do, like I feel like the first ideas come together like, okay, where can we shoot locally? Like that's always been like the thing with you. So like, I guess how important has the South Bay been to you, like artistically? And,
oh man, what?
Big South Bay in the
Shout out to the South Bay, man. Shout out to the South Bay.
You did.
Torrance, Carson, Harbor City,
Big Heart,
Wilmington, Hawthorne, and Pedro.
Pedro.
All of them. I love the South Bay. I love the South Bay through and through.
That's real.
I was born here. Born at the Little Company of Mary in Torrance.
Oh shit.
Lived in Hawthorne. I was like 6 months, and then moved to where my grandmother stays at now.
Yeah. My
mom lived there for a long time, and then we moved to Inglewood, which could still be considered the South Bay, depending on who you're talking to. So, artistically, one is just important for safety purposes because I just feel super comfortable all over the South Bay. And shit can happen anywhere, and shit happens here too. But I would take probably the worst area here versus like the worst areas in LA.
Outside,
like I always live back and forth between the South Bay and LA. So,
for sure.
Just comfort-wise. And then I guess that's the second part, which could be a pro and a con. Comfort. I just like being over here. I like the energy. We got a nice mix of areas between like, get your wilderness kind of greenery.
Oh God.
Get your coastal, go down to the beach.
Oh God.
Bonfire beaches, city, downtown-esque areas, brick and mortar, old town-esque areas. Like, got a little mix of everything.
Oh, definitely.
Good food from pretty much every race. I guess we're kind of missing some soul food over here.
Damn.
Missing some soul food, but
we don't have.
I mean, you go down, you can get Doolins on Century and Western.
I always heard about Doolins, but I'm like, I've never been.
You can go to Doolins, which some people may not like that suggestion. So, but I guess that would be the one thing we're kind of missing. But then Carson got
Carson do have some like low key.
Yeah, Carson Compton type shit.
Actually,
so that's on that border right there. So, if you look for it, it's here. And artistically, it's one of those like, especially right now in the phase of learning more it's like whatever's gonna make this the most doable without sacrificing the integrity of the project. So I don't want it to feel cheap or like, oh, you shot this in your backyard. So that's not the goal. But if me trying to shoot it in San Fernando Valley is gonna add X amount of time to getting this done and it's just not that serious, or I don't need to do that for this project, then yeah, I'm gonna just go to the hills over here. I mean, go to PV and they got dust and shit up there. Like, they got dirt, just the same. So,
mountains and rocks and shit.
Yeah, I think we have such a nice blend of areas here. I think even where I stay in Torrance is a nice, like, in the middle for me. I think if I lived somewhere else, I might feel differently about it. But yeah, it plays a big part, and there probably will come a point where I have to leave the nest kind of thing.
Yeah, branch out.
But right now, I'm just
running it up.
I'm running this shit up. Man, what? We just running it up.
Nah, man.
It's a lot here.
South Bay really like birthed lots of artists, creativity, to like really make us use our resources and like learn how to make do with what we have, you know, not settle for like, we must go to LA, take a photo shoot because that's what other people are doing. Like, you gotta go to like Hollywood Boulevard or like Fairfax to like, that's how you blow up. It's like, nah, bro, like.
Especially now in the social media era, you know, like there's a lot of people from the South Bay. I mean, I'm find any reason to bring up Quentin Tarantino went to our high school. He went to Narbonne in the 70s and he dropped out.
Big gachos.
Fucking shout out to him. What? You feel me?
Nah, on God. Yeah, you can say it one more time. Who went to Narbonne?
Mr. Tarantino.
You dig, stupid. He made
you feel me?
Movies, huh?
So like him, it's a producer I love who I think she was signed to Brain Feeder, but her name is Toki Monster. She make like Flying Lotus type music. She went to Torrance High.
Damn. Tyga went to
Bond. Yep. And there's definitely some other people that I'm missing. I mean, just the South Bay shit, man. Like NWA, their studio is right in Old Torrance.
Dude, that's
so like,
crazy.
I didn't find that out until I had already been going there like my whole life.
That's crazy.
And so like, yeah, just the amount of stuff that's down here. Yeah, a lot of, you know, little historical shit too.
Oh, man.
The Korean Friendship Bell.
Yes, bro.
All type of like, it's just nice little things down here. So yeah, I love the South Bay, and it's a lot. I definitely wear that on my sleeve. And you know, when I look, I think I just got so used to looking at other cities and being like, damn, like that's tight. Like watching niggas from Atlanta really like put the city on their back and talk about their zone and shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until like a couple years ago too, like talking about Atlanta, like niggas be like zone 3, zone 6.
Yeah.
Bro, them zones are like only like 30 minutes from each other.
I didn't know.
Like none of that shit is far. And so it's like, damn, niggas are rep they 20 block radius.
Yeah,
you
like
feel me?
no.
So I'm like, I fuck with the whole South Bay because I really like, I've lived all over, I've been all over, and so I know people from all over.
Exactly.
And so I lived in LA too.
Exactly.
And Inglewood and everything in between. So like, I love the whole fucking Southern California area type shit. But the South Bay is really like, you know, I was born here type shit. And it's kind of slept on. And I would notice like in high school, people from here would be like, and their Instagram bio would be like LA.
Yeah, it's like,
I'd be like, nigga, you're not from LA. Like my mom lives in the 40s. Like my mom really lives like off Martin Luther King, on Martin Luther King actually, like in the 40s. And so I'm like, that's LA.
Exactly.
You feel me? This is the South Bay, and it is a difference.
No, major difference. Major difference.
That's important to me, showing that difference, because when a place blows up, we just accept it. Yeah. You know, like, I love Michigan music. And so, like, we've been known about Detroit, but, like, Flint blowing up with, like, Rio, RMC Mike, all of them. When Flint blew up, I mean, we knew Flint for other reasons, but they blew up just doing their thing, and we just accepted it. Like, shit, Flint's doing their thing. Like, that's just a thing now. And people do sometimes try to say they're Detroit or whatever the fuck, but it's like, nah, this is its own Flint thing. Like, this is, and then we just accepted it. Or niggas been like, I'm from Zone 3 in Atlanta, whatever. Like, when niggas came out saying that, it was just like, oh, that's where that nigga's from. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, swag.
So why would I not just say I'm from the South Bay?
Exactly.
Like, it's a million niggas from LA,
Bro.
but nobody's really like
Claiming like really like repping the South Bay to the fullest.
And I'm actually from the fucking South Bay, like everywhere,
Boom.
like all over.
Like raised.
So
Nah.
yeah,
Nah, man.
I love this shit.
Shout out South Bay.
Yeah,
Shout out South Bay.
out South Bay, man.
So, we started being homies in the South Bay and doing things in the South Bay. So now it's time to go through memory lane and look at some old pictures
Wow.
from our friendship, bro.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna show you some pictures on my phone. Like at the end on the screen later.
Okay.
But you let me know the first words that come to your mind when you see these pictures. First one.
Oh no. Fuck. Let's just start with a fit breakdown. So, the way I got these are Jordan 6s. Don't get hyped. They're lows. I traded a Louis belt for these, which thinking back, I'm pretty sure that belt was fake. But I sold it to a nigga, and I remember he wanted that belt bad. Like bad.
Was that Norron?
Yeah.
I remember.
It was a black and white checker belt with the LV buckle, and I traded it for these, and these are the infrared 6 lows, and I was happy with it. It was so funny, bro. He's wearing cargo shorts, and he tucked his Aeropostale hoodie, just the front, into his cargo shorts to show the Louis belt for the rest of the day. And then I just cooked these Jordans for the next few years. Those jeans are H&M.
Come on, man.
Hollister.
Hollister, they did have a deal.
Y'all remember the $25 deal?
Yes.
It used to be back to school, and then it ended up being year round.
I'm like, damn.
So these are probably the slim fits. I had on, y'all see the drawstrings? I had on some Forever 21 sweatshorts. That's a pink just plain shirt. I think that's my grandpa's. I found that in the closet, and the flannel is also my grandpa's. And I was rocking this fucking jarhead haircut or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that. But yeah, I was 15 or 16. Fucking 6'2" unit.
Let's go back to. You remember this era?
Fuck you. This is another crazy time.
I think that was our first casting call or something.
Oh, yeah. So, shout out to Julia. We went to a ASAP Rocky music video casting, I think, or something like that in downtown. They took pictures of us and nothing ever happened with it, but FUBU jacket, FUBU Platinum, Sad Albert collab, a Second Amendment t-shirt, and a number 9 crossbody bag that I thrifted for $2 from Savers. Yeah.
See, that feels hard though.
Yeah, no,
I was still disappointed in what I pulled up with. I'm like, why did I do that to myself?
Nah, you know what though? It's all the lens that you look at it through. Because if you tell somebody like, yeah, I was going for like Weezer core, you definitely look like you sing Buddy Holly.
That's not the vibe I'm trying to get, man.
That's not it. Fine shit don't like Weezer, I guess.
Fast forward to actually being in a Rocky video.
Wow. Dude, Pops was there?
Yes.
Wow, that's a man. Shout out to Pops, shout out Cash, South Bay shit.
Shout out Cash.
This was amazing.
Yeah.
This was an amazing experience. This is one of my, not the first time being on a big set. First time being on a really big outdoor set.
Yes.
They had taken us to a film ranch in the San Fernando Valley, some movie ranch. I think it was Big Sky Movie Ranch.
Something like that.
And they had us just out in the fucking...
It was real, like, what's that movie called? With, like, all the young boys is like...
Holes?
Damn near like that. What's that movie that Mr. Charest showed us? It was like wild boys that lost on the island, like feeding for themselves.
Oh! I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. And they like kill each other and that shit.
Yes.
What is that movie called, bruh?
I'm gonna find out.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the
Lord
Flies.
of the Flies
It was
as
exactly,
they,
and
bro.
they're actually getting eaten by fucking flies out
Bro.
there, bro. And I don't know why the flies were like, because everything is like green out there.
Bro.
And we were wearing white tees, so the flies were like on us, crazy.
Bro.
Crazy.
Bro.
At one point, so in the beginning, we were just on like a regular set. And then they took us up the mountain. For looking back, you know, when you're going up, you're just kind of hyped because you're like, oh shit, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, this is new. They had mad cast. There's a lot of people. And they took us for like a 20-30 minute drive up the mountain.
Up like these mountains, bro. Like we just going.
Yeah, like not no freeway shit. We're really just going up a mountain in like these buggies. And then we got up there, and you know, first day was cool. Met Rocky. Day 2, they took us like 40 minutes out, and then just dropped us off.
Bro, dropped us off like in this mountain type grass area for like hours. Bro, with like chips, water, and like
barely. In the beginning, they just dropped us off.
Nothing, bro.
They just dropped us off on some like that was crazy,
bro.
That was crazy with no supervision or nothing.
No.
Like, so niggas started like on some bullshit. Like niggas started. They have these crazy tall trees. Niggas start climbing the trees, knocking down foreign fruit and shit I never seen.
You seen how far niggas can throw the food? Like, oh, that was pretty far.
And nobody really got service, so we really just kicked it.
We had no service.
Like, no service.
Bro.
People was like, niggas didn't think we was gonna be up there that long. So like, some niggas brought weed but no papers. So like, somebody had rolled up in like somebody had like a pocketbook. Somebody had weed and niggas were just like,
hey man,
put 2 and 2 together.
Hey man.
So like, yeah, that was a great experience though. I got to give him a keychain, and then
damn, dude.
Video never came out.
Video never came out, bro.
Yeah,
definitely like crazy as experience.
Great experience, yeah, and we got paid nicely for that.
No, chill, chill. And this one, man, can you explain to the people?
Oh shit, damn, T. This was another just crazy experience. So I was working with Converse under this like program. I wouldn't call it an internship, but kind of intern partnership sort of thing. And you know, through the All-Star program, they had us do, you know, go to different events and different cool opportunities, and that was one of the coolest things we did. So they sent black trucks to pick up every person, and we did it somewhere in like mid-city, LA, and it was great. You know, I had a couple of homies there who I already knew, and then I met a lot of people who were also in the program, and it was just a live interview. And at the end, we got to ask questions. So if you look at the clip, like, I didn't ask questions the whole time. The whole time I was there, I was like, kind of, you know, I'm nervous.
Yeah,
and I was just in my head, like, if I don't ask this, like, I'm not gonna get another opportunity for a minute.
Right.
And every time that I've ran into Tyler, it's like, it all kind of led up to that on some funny shit. Like, I used to see him as a kid in like the Fairfax area and like Melrose area when the first store was down there. And then, gosh, I went to a show. He did the Cherry Bomb movie. I was there for that. So, see him in person there, watched the movie for that, and then we went to a show for Flower Boy in Santa Ana.
Damn.
With Gene and Alex.
Damn.
And that girl took that edible and got too fucking high. We had to carry her ass back.
No, legendary show.
That was crazy.
Legendary show.
Clara, Steve Lacey.
It's a DIY, damn near like Camp Flog Gnaw free.
Yeah.
Warm up to like Flog Gnaw, damn near.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was really crazy. And so every time it felt like, okay, I've had opportunities. Oh, I forgot. He did the Randy's Donut event.
Yes.
So that video, I always see people repost it, but it's a video of him listening to Cardi off. Yeah. Something off self-titled. And I'm like right outside of frame in that video.
Damn.
And we're right at Randy's Donuts. And so yeah, everything kind of led up to that. And so if you look at the clip, I think I'm like the last question. Because you're like, you know what, let me take one more. Like, after this, I'm out of here. And I was like, man, that's a sign. Like, if I don't ask right now.
You're gonna freaking regret it for a long
So,
time.
yeah.
Damn.
And then, you know, I got to ask him about the car and just some South Bay shit.
Oh, God.
So, you know, that was another moment of just
Oh,
being
God.
able to, like, put the South Bay, you know, on my back
Yeah.
and really pay that homage. And, of course, like, niggas don't take credit for it or nothing, but it was really cool after that to see him do the Kendrick remix and do it on some South Bay shit.
Nice.
Like
Straight
every,
Hawthorne.
yeah, Gardena. He was on Artesia. I was just over there. He was on Artesia and Artesia in Vermont.
Yeah.
Right at the freeway entrance. I think he did the Hawthorne sign. Yeah. So another great experience, and you know, I was just talking to a homegirl about that recently. A lot of that advice I got from that interview really stuck with me. And one thing he said was to just, of course, be consistent, but you know, really driving that point home. Like, be proud of your work and show it. Show it more than once.
Yeah, man.
You know, I feel like I go through times of like, I don't want to spam my story with the same thing, or you know, people are gonna get tired. But you know, he had kind of told a story about he kind of mentioned like Rex Orange County, and when he found his music, he was just listening to random music.
Yeah, bro.
Brothers had like 100 views, couple hundred views on YouTube, and he just tapped in. So it's really like, not only do you never know who's looking, but just be proud. Keep making stuff, keep moving forward, you know. So yeah, that really stuck with me, and now I feel like I've really kind of implemented that now, where I just keep working, you know.
Yeah. No, man. Freaking. Last but not least, I want to say thank you, bro, for being the homie, for being my friend for all these years. I feel like if I hadn't met you, I feel like I wouldn't be the person I am today. By a like long shot, bro. I feel like you taught me so much about myself, fashion, clothes, personality. I just feel like you really added to like my lore and just like me as a person, bro. I just feel like you really like helped me improve myself and like really tap into like who I am as a person. Like, thank you for being you, bro. Like, I'm really honored. I'm like really happy to call you a friend of mine. So. Thank you, my guy. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Like I
man.
said, thank you for having me, man. And you know, same to you, bro. You know, you're definitely my brother. So, same. Just a lot of the shit I've learned, and you know, you've been a great example too of just like doing it, doing the thing, whatever it is. Making T-shirts in high school. I mean, you dropped a mixtape before. Things don't even know about Stank tape. Stank tape.
You did put me on.
You know, so like receipts,
Bro, shout out Gil.
lemonade.
You did.
You know, so like those things were real pivotal moments, and you know, it really. We went to high school together, and you know, you're 2 years older than me, so people knew we knew each other, and then once you started getting seen on a city level, it kind of put the ball in my court, because then everybody I'm going to school with is looking like, oh shit, that's your homie, like, you know, or like they see us do stuff together, and it's like, now it's kind of looking at me like, oh shit, well, okay, what do you do? Or like, you know, so a lot of times, like, we used to go to stuff, and it's funny, it just kind of depends on who's doing something at the time. Like, when in that era, we'd meet people, and then, you know, they'll ask me like, oh, so you do music too? But then like CFM, like flea market era, it might be vice versa. When you were helping me with the flea market, they'd be like, you make clothes? Exactly. So everything, you know, it's been great. But yeah, no, man, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, everything it's been a great experience, and yeah, I'm super proud of everything that we've done so far, and I'm very excited for the things that have yet to come. So,
like, sky's the limit, bro. I feel like we just like still reaching our potential, bro.
Yeah,
it's just been like doable though. Like, I can see us doing so much more, like really growing, like.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm excited to see where things go, and yeah, I'm here for it. Passionate, keep putting the South Bay on my back.
South Bay babies,
you know,
dig.
Try to inspire more people.
No, man.
And yeah, you know,
shit.
I'm like, shit.
Hey man, what?
Is that the episode?
That's the episode.
This
Kickback,
is
season 2. Camera here, camera there, camera there.
Season 2.
It's a fucking wrap. Shout out.
It's a wrap.